When you sit on the ground, are your knees fairly high up? And you would love to finally be able to sit with your knees closer to the ground. I understand when the knees are high up, it also hurts the low back and it's just very uncomfortable. So the postures coming up will help you to lower your knees down. We'll start standing. So come into a wide standing position with your feet parallel to the short edge of your mat. In order to safely stretch these adductors, these are the muscles that keep your knees from moving to the ground, pull your feet towards each other so there is some tone in your inner thighs. Bring your hands to your hips and just keep pulling your feet towards each other. Bring a teeny tiny bend into your knees for now and slowly start to bow forward and place your fingertips onto the ground. And then very slowly straighten your legs all the way. Try not to hyperextend your knees, so you have just straight legs. In this position, start to walk your hands over towards your right foot. Keep drawing your feet towards each other so that the adductors stay firm. And then hold on to the outside of your knee and turn your sternum, your breastbone, more towards your kneecap. All right, so if you have tight adductors, that's probably it. You probably won't be able to bow more forward, but that's the general direction, heart to kneecap. Then walk your way over to the other side. Draw your feet again towards each other until you feel firmness of your inner thighs. Shift your torso towards your left kneecap and hold on with your right hand to the outer shin. Then pull your chest closer towards the kneecap. Use the inhale to refirm your muscles of your inner thighs. And when you exhale, maybe move in a little bit closer. Slowly come back out. Bend your knees and heel-toe your feet a little closer to each other. Place your hands onto your knees and then arch your low back. Move your shoulders back. Bring your hands to your hips. And as you inhale, slowly come on up to standing. Good. Next pose. On this one, you could use a block. And place this block already on the back front edge of your mat. So we'll start out here again, just as we did, with a wider stance. Always take a breath first, so the nervous system is calm before you go into the next pose. Then turn your front foot out so it's parallel to the long edge of your mat. Draw your feet once again towards each other. That's the only action we want to learn today. Bow over your front leg and place your hand onto the block. Good, so the position of the block will be determined as soon as we have the leg straight. All right, so your legs are firm, specifically the adductors, and then very slowly start to straighten your front leg. Lift the kneecap so your quads are firm as well. Rotate your chest towards the front. So now based on the length of your hamstrings and the adductors of your front leg, you might be able to put the block in a lower position or maybe even lower. What you don't want is that your torso comes forward. You lose part of the stretch in the front leg. So place the block in a position that allows you to open up your chest. Move your shoulder back and just look straight forward. That's enough. Then from here, bend your knee. Take your block with you. Turn the leg in. And let's go over to the other side. So you place your block already behind your foot. All right, then we'll set up from the top again. You pull your feet towards each other. Always the same. Breathe through your nose. Rotate your left foot out so it's parallel to the long edge of your mat. With your inner thighs firm, bow over your bent leg and let the fingertips come to your block. Make sure the block is right underneath your shoulder, not too far out. As your legs are firm also here, specifically the quads, to straighten your front leg all the way. Firm your low belly, and then rotate your chest open. Now try if the block could be in a lower position. Once again, if it takes you forward, rather put the block in a higher position. Look straight forward and move your top shoulder back. Bend your leg. Next pose. This one will be seated. If your knees are high off the ground, you need to sit on a blanket. Otherwise, this next pose could hurt your low back. You need to elevate your hips to remove the stress on your low back. Take your right leg out, left and right, not my forte, not my strength. And then take your left leg bent in front of you so that you can push the pinky toe side of this foot into the ground. Place your fingertips onto the floor either in front of you, or this might be even too much here, then you can place your fingertips behind you. Look straight ahead, take a deep breath in, and expand your chest first. Then like you did in these standing postures, firm your legs by that's hard to say for me, scissoring them to the midline so that these muscles here are toned or engaged. One more thing you need to do here, this heel, kick it towards your hips so that also the hamstrings are firm on this leg. Then place your hands out in front of you. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest, and have the intention to move the base of your heart towards your big toe. We do that so you don't round and get the forward fold only out of the spine. You want to tilt at your hips to slowly come forward here. Walk your hands out of the way. Deep breath in, firm your leg muscles, and bow a little bit more forward. That's probably all you're gonna see if your knees are high up, which is fine, you guys. There's nothing wrong with you just because your knees are not on the ground. You are a beautiful person no matter what. Lift your torso up. Firm your glutes to get the knee a little further down. And now twist towards the bent leg. Rotate your torso towards your bent leg. And come on back to the center. We'll repeat this on the other side. Left leg is straight, right leg is bent. Place your hands behind you and take a deep breath in. Firm your leg muscles, specifically the inner thighs. Pull the heel of your right foot towards your hips so the hamstrings are firm, very important. Then lengthen your spine once again and create an imaginary connection between your heart and your big toe. And then let the heart move to the big toe. So when you inhale, firm leg muscles. With an exhalation, reach with your heart towards your big toe. The reach of your chest towards the big toe will keep space between your lumbar vertebrae, so there is no excessive pressure on your discs. So it's not just some yogi language, lead with your heart, even though that is also good advice. And then make your way back up. Torso is upright. Firmness in the leg or in the legs. Firm your glutes to get the knee a little further down. Move your heart away from your hips and then rotate. You can place your hand on the outside of your right leg and your right hand behind you. Twist. Inhale back to the center. And voila, take a look. Maybe there is a slight difference. You won't see success like within a week, But if you practice on a regular basis, you will notice that your hips become more mobile and the knee slowly but surely will come closer to the floor. All right, thanks for practicing with me.